Scream Queen Melissa Barrera is back in a new horror film, A Ballerina That's a Vampire. What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan, and today on the channel I'm going to be talking about the newest horror film now playing in theaters called Abigail. Now, this film was directed by Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett, and both of them have done Scream 5, Scream 6, Devil's Due, and Ready or Not. In the film, it stars Melissa Barrera, Dan Stevens, Alisha Weir, Kathryn Newton, Angus Cloud, and Matthew Goode. So what is Abigail about? It's about a group of criminals who kidnap the ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure. Going into Abigail, I can say that I didn't have the highest hopes for this film, mainly because vampire films, they can really go either way. Then I saw the directors that were actually attached to this film, and I was like, okay, they've had a good track record. Maybe I'll actually enjoy this film. And positives that I can start off by saying on this film is I actually like the look of the mansion that these criminals actually go to. It's very gothic style. The lighting of the film, it reminded me a lot of Ready or Not. I love the whole cat and mouse game with the ballerina. She's chasing them around the house, and the fact that she's a vampire and she can dance and all that, it made it for a very intriguing premise. All the characters here, they don't tell their story right away, which I really like. They put you in this film and you have these criminals, they're kidnapping the ballerina, they go right into that action right away. She's at the house, they kidnap her, they take her in this van, and they go to this mansion, they get their orders, and they have to actually watch her for 24 hours, and in turn, they have this ransom from this guy that they're going to actually get money from. The characters have all their own personality, and I like that they actually wait to really flesh out each character. They have a little bit of backstory that really gets to them to where they're actually at this actual mansion, and later on in the film we get to learn a little bit more about said characters and why they're actually there. There is a connection as to why they're actually there in this mansion, and I really did like that about it. There's a story here that really connects to everything really going on. It's not just a bunch of horror moments, a bunch of people getting killed, and you never have any backstory to these different people. So I really did enjoy that they actually put that in the film. Now, the whole vampire part of this film, I absolutely loved it. Now, the trailer does give away quite a bit in this film, but one thing I did appreciate too is this film doesn't overdo any jump scares. What it really does have is very good practical effects. There are a lot of times in here that really surprised me with the practical effects. It didn't look very fake. I don't feel like there was a bunch of CGI in here at all. I don't know if there really was any CGI. If there was, it was very quick and I didn't really notice it in the film. Visuals in here are so strong. There were definitely points in here I was like, wow, they really did pull that off. I really did like that scene. There was a particular scene that involved Kathryn Newton's character in which she gets spooked, and I was like, that was really cool. There was another part where the ballerina, she's dancing with somebody, and I was just like, wow. That was really cool and really unexpected. Very vile and disgusting film, and if you're one of those people that gets a little bit queasy while you're eating popcorn, you're definitely going to feel it with this film because it definitely goes for the gusto in the blood here. They must have used a lot of blood in this film because there are a lot of parts in here where they are just gushing blood everywhere, and there were definite callbacks to Ready or Not in here, specifically with the blood, and I was like, yes. I like that with just this ballerina vampire, she has all these different skills and different things that she can actually do to actually just grab these people and kill them at any point in time, but also she has a weakness as well, which I really did like that as well. Now, there are parts in this film where I can say in the negative side that obviously the tropes of vampires, obviously, you know, if there's light, it could burn her skin, but then they actually put a little bit of twist on that as well. And I also would say that the third act in this film, in a way, the way that they wrap it up, I like that they wrapped it up the way they did, but at the same time, there was some extra content there. I was like, do we really need this? You know, there's just extra little fluff there. I was like, you probably could have cut out maybe 10 minutes there, maybe added a little bit more horror in certain parts. And I actually wouldn't have minded if there was a few more characters in here because there could have been a little bit more kills and it could have been a little bit more chaotic. But I do think that they do a good job of making it chaotic when they actually need to. And they definitely amp it up. And there was definitely some surprises in here to me. Now, there was one thing that was very predictable later on in the film, mainly of one of the fates of the characters, which I could say that I really did predict, and it's just something where if you watch a lot of movies, you can really predict in that aspect. But I didn't really predict the film overall. I felt like there was some surprises in here. Even though the trailer does give away a lot here, I do think they still do a pretty good job of actually putting some surprises into the film, mixing genres in here, also having a mystery element as well. I actually like that as well, and a little bit deeper story here. I didn't think we were going to get a lot deeper story. I thought it was going to be more so contained and just kind of really mindless kind of watch, but there was a little bit more in here than I thought it would actually have. Lastly, I want to talk about the acting in this film. I thought everybody from top to bottom was really good in this film, but I really have to give the flowers to Alisha Weir playing the ballerina vampire. She does so good in this film. So she plays that innocent little girl, and she can go from 0 to 100 to a vampire in a second. And just the way that she plays this role, she just does such a good job. She has some one-liners in here where I was actually laughing, and they actually include some of them in the trailer as well. And I just had a really good time. And overall with this film, I had a blast. I love that they had that mix of genres. They had the horror elements. They didn't overdo the jump scares in this film. They had the mystery element. They had the comedy. They had great lighting in here. Camera work was done really well. I really don't have a lot of negatives to really say about this film. So as far as the score for this film, I would give it a 4 out of 5. It was a great time, and it definitely exceeded my expectations. Leave any and all comments down below, and let me know in the comments who was your favorite character. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.